who they were on Victory, so he's like, "Oh, Victory band,
You'll
you guys
be a
are
good
metal band. It'll be a good fit." And if you've ever heard that band, they're very, very different than a metal hardcore band. And the reactions between the two different crowds was not good. So you had like the really sad, like lonely emo kids in the corner, and then you had a whole bunch of like long hair metalheads that were sitting there getting wasted, and the dance floor just turned into a cacophony of ridiculousness.
Of ridiculousness.
I just picture swirlies taking place at the show. Viv, how about when you book? Do you go for mixed genre, or are you looking for the like-minded band so everybody's into it?
Well, I think that if you keep it close enough and not so far, everybody has a good time. Like, you're horror punk, and then I had Barm Heroes, and, I had NowhereUSA and Reason to Fight. That was a little bit of a mix-up. But
yeah, I think that was
really
like a complimentary mix, though. It's not the...
Yeah, no, I was going to say, that's exactly what I was going to say. I thought the show flowed well, and all the bands were good, and, it wasn't too dramatic.
The only bad part of that show was that it was 150 degrees.
Yeah, yeah. And I almost, at several points, I almost got decapitated. So
when you walked in, I was like, that you're going to have to bend down when you get on stage, bro, right?
I had the McGunks in studio a few weeks before that show, and they said to me, "Dude, you're going to get knocked out." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not, I'm a professional at this. I've been in places where there's a boiling hot light, inches from my head, and I'm like getting sunburned." But yeah, no, I was pretty close to getting knocked out.
I think you need a helmet.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. I need a handicap
headgear.
Yeah.
A Viking helmet.
Yeah, Viking helmet would be better. And we'll get you an
with the
axe.
points turned down, because otherwise...
I think I can get you an axe with a quick.
And then I could do a drag show, right, with the Viking helmet. And
oh, yeah.
It's not over till the fat lady sings.
Right.
Yeah.
Small tricycle.
You gotta hit those are some high notes there, bro. Stop practicing.
We're going to have more. You guys get some shows coming up. We'll talk about that. I want to talk a little bit more about the tour, but I'm going to do another cheesy segue, because with NowhereUSA here, I could not help but play I'm So Bored with the USA by one of my favorite bands of all times. It's The Clash.
I thought I saw the dictator of the world. In fact,
playing the music that nobody else is. You're listening to the Tony Jones Show. That was some brand spanking new McGunks. Before that, we heard from The Clash. They're so bored with the USA. Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. TonyJones.org is my website. George Gorner is not here. Chris is here.
Hello, Tony.
Thanks for hanging out.
My pleasure.
I want to get into, well, we were talking about beer. I'll be honest with everybody out there. We were trading war stories and talking about beer while we were listening to the McGunk song, Beer. And
It's very meta.
you are all working with an upstart brewing beer company, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's I'll actually let me say it's Dardale though. It's
Yeah, it's Dorchester needed a beer, and now it has its own Dardale, and it's really delicious. And I know I work for them and all, but I'm serious. Everybody needs to try it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's really-
we don't. They just hook us with free beer, and I like it a lot. And I drank a lot of
We
it.
went to their red carpet event, and needless to say, about halfway through it, we were a lot on the red carpet.
I was like, I went literally after 2 beers, like, I don't want to take any more pictures, man, really. And someone was like, yeah, right. And then like 6 beers later, I was like, everybody, keep taking pictures of me now.
I don't know you. You don't have to.
I don't even care who you are. Just get in here. I was hammered. They gave us free beer, and I was like, I think you guys are making a big mistake, dude.
So it's a beer for making friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
good.
the best part of it, then we go inside and we get something to eat, and they serve us Dardale in Dardale glasses. And the bartender, we're like, hey,
We're gonna steal these.
You know we're stealing these glasses, right? And he's like, I'm not going to say I saw anything. He walks away, comes back 30 seconds later, he's like, they're already gone? Where did they go?
He said to
Where
James,
did
he's like, I'm not going to say anything. I go, I don't care if he was going to say something. I'm stealing it anyway.
It is great to see in tough economic times these companies popping up, the upstarts of whatever it may be. And it just reminds me that I made an attempt at brewing my own beer at home, and it was just disgusting. I mean, I just did not.
It's tough. It's
Yeah,
tough.
no, there really is a
I've
science
brewed
to
my own
it.
beer before, and it came out really good, but it took I spent
3 tries?
3 hours.
Wow.
Just painstakingly trying to get this beer to be correct, and the alcohol volume on it was like 9 or 10%. Everyone was drinking it and getting wasted.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I skipped a step, but it just tasted like dirty socks. I mean, dirty sock ale.
Hey, it looks like there's going to be some free beer for some homeless people around here.
Yeah, there could possibly be a market for that in France. I've heard. They like things like that.
That's true. So,
Chili cheeses.
you guys are going to head out on tour and head out to the Midwest, correct?
Yes.
How you feeling? Are you nervous?
No, I'm stoked, man. Seamus here got us he got us a short bus, and we're redoing it and everything. And I'll let Seamus talk a little bit about that. But what we're gonna do is October 24th we leave Boston, and we're gonna go to South Bend. We're gonna play South Bend. Then the next day we're playing Chicago. Then the next day Detroit. Then Indy. Then Akron, Ohio. And then I think my liver was going to call it a timeout. We're coming home. But Seamus will tell you about the bus, though, because it's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah, I found a guy in Southie who sells buses, like old buses, and I found we were doing out me and Pia, my girlfriend, and she does all our merch and everything like that. We were factoring out the cost, and we found it to be more cost effective to buy something. And then we were like, why don't we just get like a bus? And we're like, how much are they? And we found this short bus for cheap. So I went and picked it up in Southie. And I had one flat tire, and I drove it to Dorchester and picked up Mark and Anthony and drove them around in it. And,
We had no license.
On the flat tire?
Anything.
Plate on it or anything.
Bombing
around the short
Big
bus.
bag of weed on us. Dude.
But who's going to pull over a bus? I mean,
Exactly.
I was like, we're blending right in. It's like right around the time kids get out of school. Literally, yeah, but it was in July, though.
Yeah, and he's like, we're blending right in. I'm like, well, we either look like dudes driving around this for a good reason, or for a
Yeah,
really bad
it's
reason.
true.
It's gonna be really creepy looking. So we have it at my house right now. We're pulling all the seats out of it. We pulled all the seats out of it. We're repainting it, and we're gonna put like some beds and stuff in there and have room for our gear, and then we're gonna take it on the road and have a blast on the short bus tour.
Pimp my bus.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just love the fact that you knew you needed a bus and you knew a guy. I was like,
He's a hustler, man. He knows how to get things done, man. When he pulled up in front of my house, I could not stop laughing. And on top of that, every kid in the neighborhood was in front of my house. They're like, I like this bus. Can I go on that? And it was just dying laughing. My daughter's out there going, my daughter's looking at me shaking her head. She's like, you guys are nuts.
I just moved into my house. My neighbors come up and they're like, can we just ask, like, what's with the short bus? I didn't think you or your girl were bus drivers. No, I'm not. I just have it.
I just want a bus,
Can you
dude.
please explain why? So I explained I'm in a band.
I can just picture it blowing your mind where he said, I'm going to get a bus, and you guys maybe would like, yeah, okay. And then
Yeah, sure you are,
he
yeah.
pulls up in the bus.
He literally, I'm not that I doubted him, but I was like, yeah, it's a lot of money, dude. Next thing I know, there's a bus in front of my house.
I hope you're.
I say wacky things kind of every now and then, and they'll be like, yeah, okay, whatever. And I'm like, now I'm going to make it a mission to make sure that
Right.
happens.
I hope you're taking pictures of the transition from.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, people would dig that.
You know when you open the door in a bus and the stop sign comes
Yeah,
out?
yeah.
Well, we have a song called Snitching Get Stitching. Stitches Get Stitches, excuse me. I'm sorry, I'm baked out of my tree. But anyway, when the stop sign opens, it's going to say stop snitching on it. So everywhere we go, we open the door, everyone knows that we hate snitches.
Just think, if you were a crappy cover band, that sign could say "Don't Stop Believing."
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
The stop sign at the end of Doherty Street says that.
Stop in the name of
Somebody
love.
painted that on my street, I swear to God. I swear to God, it says it right on the corner of my street. I'm
Oh,
like,
that's awesome.
I took a picture of it. It's pretty funny.
I'm going to spin a couple more tunes, and then we'll come back. You guys have a big show coming up at a fantastic venue that I frequent called Casey's Tap. We'll talk about that, and then unfortunately we'll wrap things up. But this is another band that I purchased. Well, I didn't purchase. They gave me their CD, and they gave me free beer. But I think that's illegal, so I'm not going to mention that over the air. But
Well, only if it's a quid pro quo.
what is the
It's about
I got to
payola.
find out the payola rules these days.
I think as long as you're not. Well, free beer might be a nominal gift.
Yeah, I
don't know
think
if
we're
that
good.
counts.
I think
what
we're
kind of beer
covered.
was
I
it?
think we're good.
It was, of course, Gansett.
Okay, well, I think you were right.
Yeah. But anyway, this is a band called The Can't Nots.
Fine, it's nothing more than lies, but that's only an ugly word when you make it seem that way. I'm